Sanding drywall is easily one of the most miserable chores in home improvement. It's messy, it's exhausting, and usually you end up wearing more of the wall than you actually sand off. But then you run into something like this MYTOL unit, and you start to wonder if it's actually possible to make the process, well, not terrible. The first thing that hits you is the sheer reach of this thing. It extends out to about 67 inches, which is a lifesaver when you're trying to hit those high ceiling corners without constantly dragging a ladder around. It feels surprisingly balanced for its size, though you'll definitely feel the weight after a few hours of overhead work. That 7.2 amp motor is the real workhorse here. It's got plenty of torque, and having that digital display for the 6-speed settings is a nice touch. You aren't just guessing how fast the disc is spinning, you can actually dial it in to match the specific grit you're using. Now, the real test for any sander is the dust collection. This one uses a ring of brushes around the head and a vacuum hose setup that does a genuinely impressive job of keeping the air clear. It's not going to be 100% dust-free, nothing ever is, but it cuts down on the cleanup time significantly. One of the cleverest bits is the LED light ring. It's not just a gimmick. It highlights every single imperfection and ridge in the mud that you'd normally miss until you put the first coat of paint on. That's a huge win for anyone who's tired of finding mistakes after the lights go out. The head also rotates a full 360 degrees, which makes navigating corners much less of a headache. If there's a downside, it's that the hose connection can be a little stiff at first, and you'll want to make sure your vacuum bag is empty before you start, or the suction will drop off pretty quickly. It's also a bit bulky to store, even with the foldable handle, so you'll need a dedicated spot in the garage for it. But honestly, if you've got a whole room or a basement to finish, the time you save on sanding and the lack of a massive dust cloud make this a pretty solid addition to the toolkit. It's not a professional-grade industrial machine, but for the DIYer or the weekend warrior, it's a massive step up from a sanding block and a prayer. It's one of those tools that makes you wonder why you didn't pick one up sooner.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.